Every 11 minutes, a tire-related crash happens somewhere on American roads. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration links over 11,000 crashes annually to tire failure, and blowouts at highway speed are the deadliest kind. This is not a comfort problem. This is a survival problem. Here is the thing. The tire market has quietly split in two. On one side, brands engineering rubber at the molecular level, bulletproof vest materials, Formula One compounds, Arctic-tested sidewall architecture. On the other side, brands cutting compound costs, thinning sidewalls, and slapping a warranty number on the box their own engineering cannot back up. The price difference is often less than $30 a tire. The safety difference is your life. And get this, a tire rated for highway speeds is not automatically engineered to survive them. Speed ratings and safety ratings are not the same thing. Speed tells you the limit. Safety tells you what happens when something goes wrong at that limit. Most tires sitting on those shop racks have never seen a genuine, independent blowout resistance test. Before you buy your next set, you need to hear every brand on this list. Stick around until the end. The final brand earned OEM contracts from Tesla, Porsche, and Mercedes-Benz simultaneously, and most drivers have never once heard of them. Number 1. Michelin. Michelin reinvented the tire industry in 1946 when they introduced the radial tire. That single innovation made blowouts a fraction of what they once were. 8 decades later, they are the only brand where every tested model earns a Consumer Reports recommendation. Not some models, not most. Every single one. Consumer Reports scored Michelin 72 out of 100 in 2026, the highest of any brand tested. The Defender projects a tread life of 100,000 miles. The real kicker, worn Michelin Premier tires stop 15 to 20 feet shorter in wet conditions than brand new competitor tires straight out of the box. Michelin's Evergrip technology makes their tires safer as they wear. Hidden grooves emerge as the rubber wears down, expanding rain channels that grow wider with use. A silica and sunflower oil compound bonds to wet road surfaces with increasing efficiency over the tire's life. Translation: the tire your grandmother drove on for 4 years is safer in the rain than a budget tire fresh off the shelf. The model to buy is the Michelin Defender 2, $100 to $150 per tire. Best for highway commuters logging over 15,000 miles per year who cannot afford a single unexpected failure. Bottom line, Michelin is the last line of defense between your family and the asphalt, engineered to keep working long after every other tire on the road has given up. Number 2. Continental. Continental has been making tires since 1871, 15 years before the automobile was commercially viable. Today, they test 143,000 tires annually at their private Continental facility in Germany before a single model reaches the market. Consumer Reports scored Continental 69 out of 100 in 2026, second only to Michelin. Their Premium Contact 7 ranked first in 15 out of 16 major independent tire publications in a single calendar year. The Sport Contact 7 delivered the shortest braking distances in both dry and wet conditions of any tire in the ultra-high performance segment. Here is where it gets truly important. Continental's steel belt architecture is engineered specifically for thermal management, the silent killer behind most highway blowouts. At sustained highway speeds, heat builds in the tire carcass until the steel belts physically separate from the rubber. Continental's compound chemistry dissipates that heat before it reaches the danger threshold. The Continental Premium Contact 7 is the performance sedan pick, $120 to $170 per tire. Best for European vehicle owners and anyone driving sustained interstate stretches above 70 miles per hour. Bottom line, 155 years of engineering, 143,000 tests per year. First place in 15 out of 16 independent publications. Continental does not hope their tires are safe. They prove it. Number 3. Bridgestone. Bridgestone started as a shoe sole company in Japan in 1931. Within a decade, they were making tires. Within a generation, they became the world's largest tire manufacturer by revenue. The distance between a sandal factory and the pinnacle of global tire engineering is 90 years of compounding obsession. Their DriveGuard run flat line continues at 50 miles per hour for 50 miles after complete pressure loss. Turanza and Ecopia flagship NHTSA complaint rates are among the lowest in their respective segments. And Bridgestone supplies tires to Formula One, NASCAR, and MotoGP, environments where a blowout at speed is not a roadside inconvenience. It is fatal. The real kicker is NanoPro tech. Bridgestone restructures polymer chains at the molecular level to reduce heat generation at the exact point where rubber meets road. Their multi-angle steel belt system distributes load stress evenly across the footprint, preventing the sidewall delamination that typically precedes catastrophic pressure loss. Translation: while other tires silently build toward failure, Bridgestone's molecular structure is actively working against it. The Bridgestone Turanza Quiet Track is the highway commuter's choice, $100 to $130 per tire. If this list is already saving you from a dangerous tire decision, hit subscribe and smash that like button. We break down the automotive industry with data, not dealer spin. Now let's keep going. Bottom line: from sandal, factory to Formula One supplier in 90 years. Bridgestone engineered their way to the top of the tire world one molecular compound at a time, and your commute benefits from every lap they have ever run. Number 4. Goodyear. Goodyear has been making tires since 1898. They were on the first car to ever cross the United States. 125 years later, they supply tires to the United States military, police pursuit fleets, and the NASCAR circuit. When organizations that cannot afford tire failure all choose the same brand, that brand means something. Their Assurance series delivers energy savings equivalent to 2,600 miles worth of fuel over 4 tires, a direct measure of low rolling resistance and reduced heat generation. And their Eagle F1 asymmetric series is OEM fitment on Porsche, Audi, and Chevrolet Corvette, vehicles engineered for sustained speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour. Goodyear's DuraWall technology reinforces the sidewall against the road hazard cuts and punctures that cause most unexpected highway blowouts. HydroGrip technology maintains controlled water evacuation channels that prevent the aquaplaning that escalates into full pressure loss at speed. Translation: when it rains at 70 miles per hour, Goodyear is still holding the road while budget tires are already floating. The Goodyear Assurance Weather Ready 2 is the year-round highway pick, $100 to $140 per tire. Best for mixed climate drivers encountering both dry summer highways and wet winter expressways. Bottom line: military grade, NASCAR proven, Corvette equipped. 125 years old and still the last word in American tire durability. Number 5. Yokohama. Yokohama has been making tires in Japan since 1917. For most of that history, a well-kept secret in a market dominated by Michelin and Bridgestone. Then the independent test results started arriving. Worn Yokohama tires consistently outperforming competitors' brand new products in traction and handling. Not a marketing claim, a controlled test lab result. J.D. Power ranked Yokohama number 2 in overall customer satisfaction among all tire brands globally. Their GeoShield technology adds a puncture-resistant layer engineered specifically for road hazard impact on highway surfaces. The Geolander A/TXD is built to commercial-grade load stress tolerances, which tells you exactly how Yokohama calibrates their engineering standards. The real kicker is the compound chemistry. Yokohama's silica-infused rubber simultaneously reduces rolling resistance and improves wet traction, 2 goals most brands have to trade off against each other. High-tensile polyester cord in the sidewall flexes under impact rather than cracking. Translation: the difference between a tire that absorbs a pothole at 65 miles per hour and one that splits open on it. The Yokohama Avid Ascend GT is the value for safety pick, $85 to $120 per tire. Best for Toyota, Nissan, and Lexus owners and budget-conscious commuters who refuse to compromise on highway safety. Which tire brand are you running right now? Drop it in the comments. We want to see how many of you already made the safe list. Bottom line: 100 years of Japanese engineering discipline applied to rubber. Yokohama spends money on compound chemistry, not celebrity endorsements, and it shows at 70 miles per hour in the rain. Number 6. Pirelli. Pirelli has been making tires in Milan since 1872 and holds the exclusive contract as the only brand permitted to compete in Formula One. 220 miles per hour, extreme thermal stress, zero margin for error. Those engineering lessons then get applied to a tire for your daily highway drive. Their Cinturato P0 features self-sealing technology, a viscous polymer layer inside. The tire that automatically seals punctures up to 4 millimeters in diameter. No sudden pressure loss, no highway emergency. OEM fitment on Ferrari, Lamborghini, McLaren, BMW M Series, and Porsche confirms that the most performance-critical manufacturers on Earth trust Pirelli's blowout resistance record with their own brand names. Here is the thing: Pirelli's noise-canceling system uses polyurethane foam inside the tire carcass, and that foam doubles as a thermal buffer, reducing heat transfer from the road to the steel belt layer. Translation: a smooth, quiet highway ride and a blowout-resistant tire are not competing priorities with Pirelli. They are the exact same feature, the Pirelli Shinterato P7. All Season Plus is the premium highway choice, $120 to $180 per tire, best for luxury vehicle owners and anyone whose car came factory fitted with Pirelli OEM tires. Bottom line, 220 miles per hour at a Grand Prix, 70 on your commute. Pirelli barely noticed the difference, and that should give you complete confidence every time you pull onto the interstate. Number 7. Nokian builds their permanent tire testing facility, the White Hell, above the Arctic Circle in Finland. 6 months of ice, road surfaces that destroy conventional tires in hours. Nokian does not visit extreme conditions. They live there. Every tire they sell has survived the most hostile road environment on Earth before it reaches your wheel. Consumer Reports recommended their Hakkapeliitta R5 in 2025. The WRG4 carries the 3-peak Mountain Snowflake certification, the industry's highest all-season safety rating. And their pothole protection program means if a Nokian 1 tire is destroyed by a road hazard, they replace it at zero cost. That is a brand betting its own money on every tire it ships. The real kicker is the Aramid sidewall technology. Aramid is the same fiber in bulletproof vests, tensile strength 5 times greater than steel at the same weight. Woven into the sidewall carcass, it absorbs and redistributes road hazard impact energy before it reaches the structural steel belts. Their Aramid shield extends this protection below the tread surface itself, something no other mainstream brand currently offers. Translation: where other tires rupture, Nokian absorbs. The Nokian Tires one is the road hazard-proof highway pick, $90 to $130 per tire. Best for drivers in regions with poor road maintenance, heavy pothole exposure, and rough rural interstate surfaces. Bottom line: bulletproof vest material in your sidewall. Arctic Circle testing. A pothole warranty backed by real money. Nokian is not the loudest brand in the tire market. They are the most honest, and honesty here is measured in sidewalls that refuse to split open. Number 8. Hankook. Hankook was founded in South Korea in 1941 as a budget brand fighting for table scraps in a market dominated by European giants. For 80 years, they chose engineering over marketing, quietly building compound chemistry and sidewall architecture capable of passing the most demanding OEM qualification tests in the industry. Today, Tesla, Porsche, and Mercedes-Benz all fit Hankook tires straight from the factory. That is not luck. That is 80 years of compounding discipline arriving at its destination. The Ion Evo and Ventus Evo both earned the exemplary rating from AutoBuild in 2025. Hankook has topped AutoBuild's electric vehicle tire test for 3 consecutive years. What tire awarded them both Performance Tire of the Year and Electric Tire of the Year in 2025? Their Winter I Sept series earned top marks from ADAC, Germany's automotive authority with stricter testing protocols than almost any other organization on the planet. Here is the thing. Hankook's run-flat technology uses a reinforced, self-supporting sidewall that carries the vehicle's full load after complete pressure loss, eliminating the panic stop that turns highway blowouts into multi-vehicle accidents. Their EV-specific compound engineering addresses the higher torque loads that shred conventional tires under electric motor acceleration. Translation: your Tesla generating instant full torque from a dead stop is not a challenge for Hankook. They engineered their entire compound profile for exactly that scenario. The Hankook Ventus S1 Evo 3 is the performance highway pick, $100 to $150 per tire, best for EV owners and BMW, Mercedes-Benz, and Porsche drivers seeking OEM-grade replacements without the dealership markup. Bottom line: Tesla does not compromise on batteries. Porsche does not compromise on brakes. Neither compromises on tires, and both chose Hankook. When 3 of the most engineering-obsessed automakers on the planet point to the same brand, the smart, money follows. The highway does not care what badge is on your wheel. At 70 miles per hour, the only thing standing between your family and the asphalt is the compound chemistry, steel belt architecture, and sidewall engineering of the tires you chose, or did not think twice about, at your last shop visit. The most dangerous tire purchase you will ever make is the one where you defaulted to whatever was cheapest or whatever the shop recommended without asking why. Every brand on this list earned its reputation through independent testing, Formula One circuits, Arctic proving grounds, and OEM qualification at the most demanding automakers on Earth. The brands that did not make this list exist in a very different category, and that video is coming. Before your next tire purchase, come back to this list. Check the brand. Check the model. Your tires are the only part of your vehicle that physically touches the road. And the wrong set is not a mechanical inconvenience. It is a survival decision made in advance. Hit subscribe if you want the truth about what is keeping you safe on the road in 2026. Because here at MotorMind, we do not sell tires. We sell the information the tire industry hopes you never find.